to Shine Superstar. It's your favorite light coach, MB, in the building, or your car, wherever you are. You could be out walking. I'm with you though. And it's a great day to be alive. So we are talking about commitment to change. Remember, the foundation of commitment to change is honesty. You have to be honest with yourself, who you are, where you are, why you're where you are, where do you want to be, and how can you get there? You got to ask these questions and you got to answer them. And we talked about the 5 principles of being committed to change. A, accountability. B, belief. C, courage. D, discipline. And E, enthusiasm. And today, we're on courage. So what is courage? Like, we see all of these people out here doing all of these things and we like, ooh, I can't do that. Have you ever seen somebody do the whole tightrope thing across the Grand Canyon? I don't get it. I don't even understand how they set the ropes up. And then they get out there on this little tightrope and they little feet and they just be tiptoeing across. Some of them have the balance pole and some of them don't. Listen, that's not me. I can't do that. I look back and be like, ooh, girl, you got a lot of courage. You're fearless. That's the word we like to use. We think that people who are courageous are fearless. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid and doing the thing anyways. That's what courage is. That's how you commit to change. You're courageous. You hold yourself accountable. You believe you can do it. Now you do it when you're afraid. What are you afraid of anyways? It's 2 things that we're usually afraid of when it comes to change. And that's the fear of failure and the fear of success. Let me just talk to you about the fear of success real quick. You're not afraid of being full of success. That's not what you're afraid of. You're not afraid of success because you want that thing. You want that money, right? You want that body. What we're afraid of is not the success. We're afraid of the responsibility that's tied to the success. Because once you make it to that mountaintop, you got to do everything that you did and maybe even more to just maintain that. So what if you're trying to lose weight? And then you're like, okay, I can do it. But if I do it, that means I actually got to stay disciplined enough to keep doing the things that I did to get to where I was. Otherwise, I'm going to go back. We're afraid of the responsibility that comes with success. The fear of failure. We're afraid to fail because of what other people are going to think. We're afraid to fail because of what other people are going to say. And we're afraid to fail because we're letting somebody else down. Like if we were doing something in the dark and we failed, that failure wouldn't hurt as bad. Like if you were at home, like my brother, he used to like building model planes and stuff. But everybody doesn't know he liked building model planes. So if he tried to build one and it didn't work, guess what? The pressure and the disappointment wasn't as heavy because he was doing it by himself. Now, what if he went out there and he's like, yo, I'm going to build the biggest, best model plane ever. And I'm going to bring it to y'all on Friday. And then Friday rolls around and he comes out there with the plane, but it's in pieces. It don't look right. And people start talking about it. Then the failure weighs more because we're putting so much pressure on ourselves based off what we think other people are going to say. And we think we're going to disappoint other people. But we can't allow our fears of all of these things that we come up with our overactive imagination to stop us from committing to change. If you want to commit to change, like you really want to change, and you've been struggling to commit to it, then you got to be courageous. You got to do the things that are required to get you where you want to be, and you got to do them scared. You don't think the people who went to the moon, all those astronauts that took the first trip to the moon and landed safely, you don't think they were afraid? You don't think the people who built the rocket were afraid? You don't think the people who were in the towers giving them commands and talking back and forth to them were afraid? Everybody was afraid. But the difference between them and us who just sit down here and keep running away from the thing that we want to do and be and have is that they did the thing with fear. And they did it anyways. And so if you want to commit to change, then do the thing anyways. Knees knocking, hands shaking. Be scared. Be scared all you want to, but do it anyway.